What's good, everybody? It's your boy Desmond Lexi Firearms Train, back out here in the cave shooting another video. LFT unloaded. It's been a while, but I am back. Got something I've been wanting to shoot this video for a while, but I had to wait for a little while because I wanted to have everything attached to it before I took it to the range. So I got everything attached to it and I took it to the range, and I've been really enjoying shooting this. Now I'm ready to shoot the video, and I had to wait for probably about a good month before I got everything in and attached before I was able to actually go out there and start shooting. And I've been shooting it for probably about another month since I've been shooting it because I've enjoyed it so much. So what is it? It's in this bag. That's how small it is, and it doesn't even take up this full bag. Right, with my little sling bag. This is how small it actually is. This is how much space it covers up. This is the full bag. This is how much space it actually takes up. So let's check out what's in the bag. It is the SIG. Got my little cheat sheet here. Get the name right. Sour P320-FLUX Raider. Mag out, safe and clear. All right. Now, of course, it did not come like this. I added some bells and whistles, and that's why it took me so long to finally get it out there to go start shooting it, because it took me a couple of months to get everything on here the way I wanted it before I took it out and started shooting. And once I started shooting, I couldn't stop shooting. I put a lot of rounds through here. I probably have about close to 600, if not more, rounds through this PCC, PDW, and PCC, pistol caliber carbine, or PDW, personal defense weapon. And I really enjoy shooting this thing. It is so much fun to shoot this. Now let's talk about what this is. This is a chassis system. Now, if you're not familiar with Flux or the Flux Raider, it's been out there for a while, and it's not the first one that's been out there. There's been a few other ones out there, and I've had quite a few of them. I still have a few of them. So one of the first ones that I've owned was the MCK. And what that is a chassis system when you insert the entire firearm into the chassis system, like your Glock 19. And I still have one for my Canic. I still have that one where you insert the entire firearm into it, and it makes it like a very compact PCC. It is bigger than this, I think, when it's fully collapsed, but it probably could fit it. I probably could fit it in this bag. But you insert the entire firearm in there. It gives you more stability when you're shooting, give you more points of contact, gives you all that good stuff. But it is a little more bulky. It's not as streamlined as something like this. And then you had the Meta Apex. Now with this one, you insert the firearm in there as well, but you also changed out the barrel. Now with the barrel, you're putting in a 16-inch barrel into your Glock 19, making it pretty much a rifle, but you're inserting it into a bullpup chassis. Now with a bullpup, if you're not familiar, it makes everything a lot more compact because all your controls are towards the rear of the firearm. Everything's ejecting to the rear and not so much towards the front of the gun. So it makes everything a lot more compact. It is a little more concealable, but you don't have to worry about that whole brace thing, stock thing, because it is a 16-inch barrel that you have inside of that Glock 19. I had one for a while. I enjoyed it. It was pretty good, but I did upgrade it and make some changes to it, and I no longer have it pretty much. But when this came out of the market, as you know, if you know about the Flux Raiders, they're hard to get. They're always out of stock because they're so cool. They're so versatile. A lot of agencies and other law enforcement agencies and stuff like that are starting to use these and put these into rotations with some of their special units and stuff like that because of the versatility of this platform. And with the upgrades that you can make to this, adding suppressors, putting compensators on here, all kinds of cool stuff that you can do to it, set it up however you want it, making this the ultimate, in my opinion, the ultimate PDW, depending on how you set it up and depending on how you want to use it. So let's talk about the Flux Raider and how it works as a PCC. Now with this one, again, a chassis system, but you use the FCU from the P320. The FCU, the fire control unit, and the SIG P320s, you use that FCU, you take it out of the frame of the firearm, and you can put it in any other frame. That's the actual firearm, considered a firearm by SIG. So I can take that out of any frame and put it in another frame. And you've seen how people trick out their SIGs and make those cool integrated comp looks with the SIGs. That's how they're able to do that, by putting into a smaller or a larger frame and then putting a shorter slot on there and then putting that integrated comp in on there. It looks really cool. I really like the way that they do that. But you could do that with the SIGs. I could take this slide off, put a different slot on there if I wanted to, and have that same look if I wanted to. But with SIG got with Flux, and they came up with the SIG Legion. So this is based on the Legion line of SIG. That's why I have that Legion symbol right there. And you have this Legion gray look to this whole setup right here. This is a really nice setup. And shout out to Lexi Tactical and Arms for always looking out for me and hooking me up, and I couldn't wait to get my hands on this, being on the wait list for a while for this. Now this setup has that integrated comp in here. They call it a comp. I don't really know if I call this a comp, but they call it a comp, and it does help a little bit mitigate that recoil, but this whole setup is so sweet. So let's go over. Let me look at my cheat sheet here, my cheat sheet, make sure I don't miss anything. So, the primary thing, I can't remember, the prize thing to this is that spring-loaded brace. So this right here is a brace. So let me show you how this works. This has a lever right here, a spring-loaded brace that pops this out. So you got to be careful when deploying this, or you will punch you in your chin or punch in your chest. So point it away from you. I hit that button and then bam, brace. All right, brace. Now I'm able to shoulder this because it is legal, and then I can maneuver this around and do what I need to do. I'm talking about compact. You see how small it already is. This doesn't make it too much bigger. To retract it, I push this down. It takes a little force to get it back down. Pop it in, and you have to really forcefully put it in to lock it in. But that is one of the key features of this. Makes it so compact, able to fit in this bag. But I really do like that. So with it, the length of it like this in this configuration, the current length is 10.9 inches when it's fully extended, like so. You're looking at about 18 when it's fully extended, 18 inches when it's fully extended. Still pretty compact. This is freaking awesome. On the top, you have a pick rail where you can mount anything you want on there. I went with the HoloSun 503. So I have that circle dot in there. I really like this red dot. It does have that solar panel. I wanted something a little more rugged. I didn't want a pistol red dot on there just for me, because I want this is gonna be in the bag, getting hit, beat up and everything like that. So I wanted something a little more rugged. I didn't want to go with a Trijicon. I didn't want to go with a pistol red dot. I wanted a rifle red dot on here, something that sits up pretty nice and high. And I have to get too low in order to get a good, I didn't want to have to get way down here. I wanted to be able to get up here in order to acquire that dot and get a good sight picture and everything like that. So I went with this one, solar powered. I love this dot. I have it on a couple other rifles of mine. Works great. And what else we got right here? You do have an ambidextrous safety selector on here. So you work it just like a rifle. You're not shooting, your weapon is on safe, right? We all know our safety rules. You're not shooting, your weapon is on safe. So you really have to make sure you know your manual arms and run it like a rifle. That's how I run this thing. I run it like a rifle. When I'm not shooting, I put it back on safe. When I'm shooting, take it off safe, bang, bang, bang. Do what I need to do, put it back on safe. So that's how you need to run this thing, or at least that's how I run it when I'm using this. Also, you have your, on the top, you are able to use your iron sights, and you have night sights in here. So you're able to look through the rear here. Now, I switched this out with, oh man, I forgot the name of the daggone company that did this. This charging handle dot sight. I'll think about it, then I'll put it in the video. I'll put a little blurb up here in the video once I remember who it was. But you did have your regular iron sights, and I wanted to get a charging handle on here. Now, some people would put the side charging handle, but I did not want the side charging handle because I did not want to make it any wider than what it already is, stick out too much more, any more than it already is, and have that side charging handle getting caught on something in my bag. So I went with the top charging handle that also has that dot in there as a front sight. So I just, tap the front sight out and then pop this one in, and this has a little tritium sight right here as my front sight. So I'm able to use that, and I'm able to rack it off the top, and it's good to go. So if I need to use my iron sights, I have that option as well. And again, I really like being able to run it just like this. It works great. What else we got in here? Let's talk about some of the upgrades that I made to this. I talked about my red dot. I did add a light on here. You see some people running that big ass Surefire sticking way out here. Again, I want to keep this nice and compact. That's why I went with the Streamlight TRL7X. I can actuate it just by using, if I'm up here, I can actuate it by using my index finger here, hit that button, I'm back off of it. And I did add a thumb rest here. Again, I did not do my due diligence by writing this stuff down before I started recording. I apologize, I'll pop it up. But I did add a thumb rest right here because you don't want I didn't want my thumb just floating around up here this close to the muzzle. So I added this thumb rest as like a little index point, and I'm able to reach over to the other side and hit that light when I need to. And then I have my thumb sitting right here. So when it's deployed, this is how I run it. I have my thumb right here. And if I need to hit that light, just reach under, bam. I'm right there with my index finger. If you can see that, run it just like so. And I really like this nice, slim, compact setup. On safe, all safe, bang, bang, bang. Do I need to do? Back on safe. Now, one of the other cool features about this is the magazines. Now, it does come with two 30-round magazines. I'll show you these. I keep these extra in the bag. So it's still in the bag. But it does come with two, one, I can't remember. But I do have two 30-round magazines. Notice these are not already in the gun, because if you can see how far these are going to stick out if they're in the gun, and it won't be as compact as I want it in there. I probably could get in there, but nah, I'd rather not do that. So I just have the 21 rounders in the gun already ready to go. So you have a couple different ways you can eject these magazines. You have a magazine release right here, ejects this one. Then if you press in a little bit, just a little bit, there's a button right here, use your thumb to press in, you release that front mag. If I press in hard all the way in, it drops this mag and this mag at the same time. I'm not even gonna try to say that freaking word, you know what I mean. I press them at the same time, bam, bam, just like that, all right? So same thing, again, I'm here, I run, slide locks back, runs dry, bam, bam, I would go over the top. Well, if there was a round in the chamber, it would, slide would go forward, you know, and then back into the fight. So that is one of the other cool features that you have with this Flux Legion Raider awesomeness right here. Again, this setup, nice and compact. I think this will be a awesome, again, PDW. Have it sitting in here. You got two 21 rounders. You got two 30 rounders. You're looking at about 100 some odd freaking rounds right here on your freaking person. Also, as I don't want to forget, you got your slings, your sling points. So you have a sling point right here. I have my mag pull sling. You have a sling point as I was. You have a sling point here and also one here on the back of the brace. So you can put this wherever you want, however you want to run it. You can sling this up, right? And run this however you want to run it. So this is, in my opinion, great home defense weapon. Hear that bump in the night? Don't want to grab that big ass rifle. You got bazooka, whatever you got sitting beside your bed. Pop this out, do what you need to do. You got your light, you got your red dot, you got everything that you need right here. 30 rounds, if not more, if you got the extra mag on up front. This right here is a blast to shoot. It's accurate. I've shot out to 25 yards with this and still on a man-sized target, able to get really nice tight groups with this setup. I'm gonna roll in some footage of me shooting it at the range, deploying it from my bag. That's what I need to work on, getting around my waist, deploying it from the bag, taking some shots, reloading, all that good stuff. Found an actual range where I can do that at would be awesome. Right now, I'm just running it through dry fire, getting some reps in, better than nothing. Gotta always keep training, gotta keep practicing, you never know what's gonna happen. But this is gonna be, this right here, if you see me, it's gonna be close by. You know what I'm saying? You see me, it's gonna be close by. So just know that. So just definitely check it out if you had the opportunity. Check out the SIG, Legion, Flux, Raider, or just the Raider in general. If you had your opportunity to get your hands on one, definitely check it out. Again, you can trick it out however you want. You can put a full-size flashlight on there, to each your own. Oh, and this is not a vertical grip. This is a mag holder. It says it right here. What does it say there? Not a VFW, not a vertical forward grip, right? It says speed loading system. Speed loading system. I am holding my speed loading system is what I'm holding right here, okay? That is what I'm holding. So just take note of that. If you had the opportunity, check it out. I like it. I'm gonna keep shooting it. So you're gonna see me posting more videos of me shooting this. Make sure you check me out on Instagram, Facebook. On Instagram, it's Legacy FT13. Facebook, it's Legacy Firearms Training. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. If you have one, hey, let me know what you think about yours. Don't just own a firearm, become more proficient with your firearm. Keep training, stay safe.